Hey, Scorpio, intuitive soul coach here with your December 2024 career and money reading. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right. It's interesting because as I was doing your intro, I was hearing Alice Cooper's No More, Mr. Nice Guy. I was hearing that showing up, and right off the bat, you have the no card, right? No more. So it almost feels like some of you have had enough, or you are not allowing yourself to be taken advantage of. You may be setting some hard boundaries this month, or you're drawing a line in the sand. So I'm excited to see where this goes, because I feel like there's a 7 of Wands energy here of you defending yourself, standing up for your beliefs and non-conforming, living life on your terms here. Bottom of the deck, you have the Office. Perhaps there has been conflict with other staff members. You could be an office manager, or maybe you work in the office and there's been someone that you've been dealing with that hasn't been very nice, or perhaps you have been saying yes when you really mean no, and no when you mean yes, right? You have a choice to make. 2 of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck, I see the Death card. So this is about change. This is about an ending. And you represent the Death energy in tarot, Scorpio. And look at, we have the Tower showing up. Change your life. No more, Mr. Nice Guy. So I just feel like there's a shift happening here, and it's not that you're shutting down and becoming cold. What I actually see you doing is letting that anger fuel your next steps. Letting that anger fuel your next steps. So maybe there's something that really irks you. It has you, feeling very pulled, very conflicted. And I feel like you're taking that energy and you're transmuting it into something that can help other people out. But it may require complete and utter honesty on your behalf. Wow, stepping into your power. You have a lot of major arcanas coming out here. Change your life. You have the Tower, the Chariot, the Emperor. Perhaps you're insisting that reality be something other than it is. That could be what was showing up, that you're saying no more. This is the reality that I am in. And the only way to shift this reality is to change my thoughts, change the structures. There is a massive awakening that you are calling in here. Oof, Scorpio, your energy is very much like, don't get in your way, is kind of what I'm getting here. Now, what are you refusing to see? It's better to live in truth than in a lie. I'm surprised we haven't seen the 7 of Swords yet, but no wonder. You have a lot of these major arcanas. You have the Judgment card. So it could be that you're seeing the truth of a situation. Maybe you're seeing through someone else's BS, right? And you're like, I am not doing that anymore. There's a 7, but it's the 7 of Cups. Some of you are cutting ties. Yeah, you're cutting ties, but you're trusting in the unknown, because I'm getting the Fool energy here. Another major arcana, you have the Lovers and the Hopes and Fears. What's the final outcome for Scorpio, please? Final outcome for Scorpio. Okay. Now we have Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. This is nurturing yourself, nurturing those that you love, taking care of your family. And if someone is coming in and they are detrimental to your success, if they're sabotaging you in some way, I feel like you've had enough. The ability to make anything more beautiful, more peaceful, more abundant. You have these skills, Scorpio. You're practical, and I feel like there's wise advice here available. This is either coming in through intuitive downloads, or this could be you connecting to and speaking to a Queen of Pentacles. So let's dive in here. Your first card out was Denial. And I feel like this is where you draw the line in the sand. No more Mr. Nice Guy, right? I don't recall all the lyrics in that song, but boy, it's coming in hot. And I feel the energy off of it. It feels like you're hot about something. You're letting that fiery energy, possibly that Sagittarian energy, fuel your next steps. So it is often through strong emotions that we really move forward. Think of the Chariot. The Chariot is ruled by Cancer energy, which is emotion. And the Chariot is all about emotional drive. So there's some sort of anger that is fueling you, but I actually feel like it's fueling you in the right direction because it is coming in, causing you to do things differently with that Tower. If you've been putting up a false front to make money, it's time to remove that mask. Or if you have been dealing with people who have been unethical, immoral, or not very honest, I feel like you're seeing through that BS and you're like, what am I doing here? Why am I surrounding myself with this type of energy or this environment? I also see some of you are here to break through the illusion, break through the facade, and to help other people come out of denial themselves, to transform and change their lives. Hence the Tower in the middle of your reading. Now, right behind it, we have the Moon. So there is a level of uncertainty here, but the Moon is very watery as well. It's Pisces. So it's about shadows as well as the subconscious. It can be truths being exposed, and it can also be shattering through the illusion of fear, false evidence appearing real. And there's a call for you to trust your intuition like you never have before, because you are being guided into something quite profound. I do see endings bringing in new beginnings here, and you're being asked to trust in the magic of new beginnings. Some of you, there could be some part-time work coming in here, maybe some odd jobs. This could even be a transition period as you make way for something new to come in, as you're still kind of working through some of the structures that have fell, right? It could be picking up some of the pieces yet, but I see that there's light at the end of the tunnel coming in for you. Now you have the Frame, and this is about organization. This is skills, accomplishments. Some of you are either receiving a higher level of education. This could be focusing on your skills, your training. For others of you, I feel like you could be self-employed. This could be a new opportunity that brings in steady income, or you could work from home. Maybe you are in the design field, the art field, the creative field in some way, Scorpio. And I do feel like there is a shift coming in that allows you to feel accomplished and feel acknowledged and seen. That's why you have the Frame. And I'm also getting fame. If you take away the R, right? F-A-M-E, fame. So for some of you, it could be that you're getting recognized, you're getting noticed. Maybe you're in the spotlight here, or there is something that will be highlighted and maybe it'll be in the news, right? Maybe a company gets bought out and you hear about this. Maybe there's a job that closes, right? Or a company closes their doors and it affects many. And I feel like something is being brought up in the spotlight here. But I actually feel like there's something that's crumbling here in your favor because you weren't happy with how it was going, or you weren't happy with where you are at. Now, your final outcome is spirituality. You are the embodiment of spirituality. It says here, use money magic to increase your wealth and prosperity. You could be a spiritual advisor, a healer, a tarot reader, or anything in the occult. Now you are being guided to discover your unique spiritual path right now. When this card shows up, this is big. This is deep because I feel like there is a stamp on your divine blueprint. That is the blueprint that we have created prior to incarnating into this lifetime. And I feel like I'm seeing something being stamped, kind of like a passport, right? It feels like you have set yourself up for these different experiences that you wanted to have. And I feel like one experience is being stamped, like you've completed that mission. Now I feel like you're traveling. There's something with travel, or, moving on to something new. And I see that in your near future with the 8 of Cups, but it may require you to cut some ties here. It may require you to shed some limiting beliefs. Bottom of the deck, we have the office, and we have gossip, and we have the skull. Oh my gosh. No more Mr. Nice Guy. I mean, someone is not happy. People could be talking about you. There could be gossip. There could be fear. There could be a collective push towards, joining forces with all of this mayhem. You see the office, the gossip, and the skull. This could be a rough patch, but some of you could even be out of work. But through this transition, that death energy I seen at the bottom of the deck, that is reinvention, right? This is you reinventing yourself. And I feel like it's coming down to the bare bones of a situation. It's like you cannot get any further than the bones. Everything has been stripped away. This is wide out there. This is naked. This is free. And I feel like there's a situation here that calls for extreme truth. And the gossip says, minimize drama. Take nothing personally, but if this has to do with you, take responsibility to act with integrity. Okay? Because something feels very difficult. There may have even been gossip in the office and someone left, or there could be some rumors here, but I just feel like you are meant to not participate in that, or if you are participating by being angry or letting something fuel you, then take that into a constructive way. Take that energy and transmute it into something that is helpful for you. All right, let's dive in. I've never had a reading quite this intense for a long time, Scorpio. So again, it just feels like you're not putting up with crap. You're not putting up with the illusion, the facade, someone that is not being honest, not being ethical, someone who perhaps is insisting that something be other than it is, right? And you're like, no, I'm putting a stop to this. This is not okay. I feel like you're taking a stance for what you believe in, and I'm proud of you. That's part of what you are meant to do. Now, you have the 2 of Ariel. That is your starting energy, the 2 of Pentacles, Scorpio. It's important to have balance, working multiple jobs or projects at this time. I also see here, life isn't meant to be taken so seriously, but sometimes when we have strong emotions towards a situation, we tend to get very, very serious about it, right? And I feel like there are opportune moments in December for you to laugh again, right? Go to a comedy, connect with those that you love, to transmute that energy, right? And to use it to help others. I'm getting strong Robin Williams. Some of you, Williams is significant. I'm seeing someone writing Williams on a piece of paper. So maybe that's your name, your last name. Maybe it's Williams Lane that you live on. Take it as it resonates. But I am getting here using laughter. Someone could use laughter to hide things. Just be mindful of that as well. I mean, that can certainly be a defense mechanism, but use your discernment here. 2 of Ariel, finding that balance. Now, what's crossing you is the Tower. A sudden revelation that offers freedom. The Tower isn't always bad, right? The Tower can be the emotion that bubbles up within us. It doesn't even have to be something that someone does, or it doesn't have to be this huge physical act of a company going under or a job loss, right? This can be an epiphany moment within that destroys old structures and allows you to break free of procrastination. And maybe procrastinating the change was part of being in denial. Maybe you were procrastinating. You weren't making a decision. Perhaps you were stuck in analysis paralysis. You were stuck in a bit of a comfort zone. You're embracing the opportunities that change brings. And I feel like it has to do with your solar return. It has to do with this next trip around the sun, because a lot of you are celebrating or have recently celebrated a birthday. And I feel like that is a time where we really reevaluate our lives. We really take a look at things on a deeper level. And I feel like you're asking some of the bigger questions, right? Does this help me? Does this hinder me? Are these the type of people that I want to surround myself with? Are these the type of friends that I consider my support system? You know, am I being used? Am I being, I just feel like you're asking some of the big questions, and it may upset you. It may upset you by your findings, but I feel like it's through those findings that are really going to help you change everything. And this is a good tower. When it's showing up, crossing your energy, I feel like this is freedom. Don't resist. Don't resist change. Whatever you are being called to feel at this time, those emotions are here to motivate you, to grab the reins on that chariot and to pull forward, pull you up out of something. What's in the foundation? What is in your roots? The Eight of Swords. Sometimes the mind gets the best of us. You can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation. So not only do we have the change your situation, we have change your life. So it almost feels in the past it's been a fleeting thought or an idea. Like, I think I could do that, but I'm just going to stay here a little while longer. Or I think I have that idea, but I'm trapped. I have to stay where I'm at for now. You can no longer tell yourself that old story. That's why the tower is coming up saying the change is here. The change is now. It's time to shift into a new mindset, a new perspective, and it's time to tell a new story. Do not question your potential. Scorpio, you are powerful. You are powerful. You are magical. You have this energy about you, right? With the spirituality card, where you're a healer, you're an advisor, you are someone who is here to really dive into that inner self and to listen to your intuition again, like you never have before. This is going to require bravery, strength, and courage to unlock the potential of the mind. And that's what I see the tower is bringing in here. No more excuses is what I'm hearing. So again, it almost feels like there's a bit of tough love coming in here with that whole, Alice Cooper song, No More Mr. Nice Guy. So I feel like you are kind of a badass here, Scorpio, with the Emperor above you. Oh, look at this. We have the Chariot. We're talking about that Chariot the whole time, and here it is. This is about determination. It's about self-control, career advancement, acknowledgement of success by others. So what this also means is, even though there may be some anger fueling you, you're not going to let that anger bubble up, or maybe you have in the past, you've let it bubble up and maybe you've lashed out, maybe you freaked out. If that is something that's happened, forgive yourself. We're having a human experience. But I see that the direction that you are going is that of victory. This is goals. Some of you are traveling, or you are fast forwarding a direction here because you've been thinking about this for quite some time, right? And now that it's here, you have no other choice here but to move forward. But we have to get control over those reins. Even though a lot of times you see the black and the white horse that don't even have reins, they're just being guided, right? Being guided through the thought process, through the mind, through the emotion. And I feel like it's important to let that lead the way, but grasp control on that, right? As I always say, or something new that's come up here is break the pattern or the pattern breaks you. And I feel like you're breaking the old paradigm, whatever this Eight of Swords that kept you held back, that kept you stuck, that kept you not being able to see things clearly. It's like a bird in a cage. And I feel like you're freed. There's something about freeing yourself up. But sometimes you'll see on the Eight of Swords, there is a bird in a cage, and that top of the cage is open, but the bird is still sitting there because the bird knows nothing other than it living in the cage for so long. And sometimes it thinks that, if I fly out there, I'm not going to be able to survive. But I feel like you have this spiritual protective energy with you, and this drive and this motivation and this determination to not only fly and to experience a new level, because it is a new level, quite literally, a new level of advancement here. You're realizing that you're not doing it alone, right? You have spiritual backup. Now, with the Emperor coming in above you, this is stability and efficiency. It's taking charge of a situation. And I do see that there's ambitious plans running the chariot here. In fact, it is the Emperor and the Empress who sit in the chariot. So you're the motivating factor behind something here. And I feel through some sort of structural change with the Tower coming in here, there's a new beginning. And this is a surprise. This is an awakening. And I feel really good about it. I have to say that here for you because we have the Eight of Cups in the near future. The Eight of Cups says there's a better way. There's something better waiting for you. We don't always see that though. When the dust is real heavy, we think, oh my gosh, I've just, been in the midst of a tornado and everything is chaotic. But we don't realize that the structure that we had previously built wasn't strong. It wasn't solid. It wasn't for us anymore. It had become old. It had become dingy. And I feel like you are now able to take the money and run is kind of the energy. So I don't know if there's an actual payout or if there is an ending where, you're moving forward in a new way, but it says, do what you know is right for you. This is a spiritual quest. And you may have heard me talk about the Eight of Cups before, but it's my Eat, Pray, Love card. If you've ever read the book or watched the movie, Julia Roberts, it looks like she has the perfect life on paper, right? She has the husband and she has the job and the car and the home and the money, and she's able to really do the things that she wants, but it's not fulfilling. Why? Because she knows that that's not what makes her happy. It's just an illusion of what society says makes us happy. But society doesn't know how that relationship is on the inside, right? Or how that job is on the inside. The external doesn't know us. We know us. And I feel like you have to experiment with that spiritual quest in order to find something deeper and more fulfilling. How are you feeling? Let's look. Well, you're ready for a new beginning. You're ready with the Judgment card. I mean, look at all of these major arcanas. You have some of the best ones. Even though we have Tower smack dab in the middle of your reading, you have the Emperor, you have the Lovers, you have the Chariot, you have the Judgment. So I'm telling you, whatever structural changes are coming in, they're offering you freedom. Starting a new life. Finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. So you are reviewing the past and you're taking a look at the things that have worked and the things that haven't. You're taking a look at how you've grown and how you could have made different choices. You're taking a look at the highs. You're taking a look at the lows and everything that you've gone through to get to this very pivotal moment in your life. And I feel like you're taking that and you're moving forward. The Judgment is about letting things go because you're not ever going back to that. You've gone through the trials and tribulations. This is a rebirth. This is a passage. This is redemption. This is purpose. Judgment is your energy, Scorpio. You're going through a spiritual rebirth. Trust the process here. What's going on in your environment? Seven of Cups. A lot going on here in the emotions, right? There could be a lot of feelings, a lot of options, a lot of choices. It's time to make a decision. Be clear on what you want and take action. a need for detoxification. Some of you, it feels with the Seven of Cups that there's been a scattered energy. And the illusion here, the illusion of materialism or material world, or even the ego, may have clouded someone's judgment. And it may have distracted someone from remembering their spiritual path or their divine blueprint, right? There's a lot of confusion here, but I feel like you're able to come up out of it and explore. But I see you also being clear with the direction that you're going, and you're going to explore along the way. But at least you know that there is a new quest for you with that Eight of Cups. So what's the hope and the fear? The Lovers. Making choices from the heart. Deeply emotional commitments, right? The power of love. And this used to be the Choice card. So I feel like the hope is that you're able to align with your divine blueprint, right? And you have been all along. You know, that's something that I get asked a lot. Well, how do I get back on track? Well, whoever told you that you were not on track, right? Whoever told you that sometimes the chariot goes off, right? Goes off and it loses its focus or its control at times. And maybe it veers off into the woods, off on the beaten path. Maybe it goes through the woods and maybe it loses a tire along the way. And maybe you fly out and, you know, the horses run off, right? Maybe that's all part of the journey. And it's so important for you to trust in that process, that sometimes we veer off, but that's when the most opportunity for growth happens. Can you trust your heart, right? Can you trust your head to help you live with the heart? That was a big message in Libran's reading. So if you have any Libra in your chart, Scorpio, if you are on the cusp, you may want to check that reading out. It's quite powerful, but I am getting a similar energy of, you know, fighting for what you want. And I think that Seven of Wands actually did show up in Libra's reading. So non-conforming and living life on your terms. The final outcome is the Ten of Wands. The final outcome is asking your angels, right? Ask your angels for helpful people to come in and lighten your load. This is about, you know, letting go of perfectionism, letting go of people pleasing, letting go of the burdens that have weighed you down. This is an ending, bringing in a new beginning, right? And what did we say earlier? Trust in the magic of new beginnings, because I feel like there's support here. You will be supported as you move forward. Some of you may have been working too many hours, or perhaps you were trying very hard to please others. And I feel like the angels hear you, okay? The angels hear you. And even though I'm still getting that song, No More Mr. Nice Guy, I just feel like you're taking that. It's like something has gone too far. Typically when we get to the 10, right, it's gone too far. And I just see, because something has gone too far, it's changing, you're changing. I feel like this could be a self-induced tower. This could be something that, because I feel such a strong energy coming from you, this could be a self-induced tower that you take action and change your own life. And I've felt that throughout your whole reading here. So this is about you letting go of the burdens and being able to move forward in more of a direction that is a spiritual quest, without a doubt. But I do see here that there's something better waiting for you. Absolutely. Scorpio, let's get a message here from the wisdom of the Oracle. What do we have for Scorpio, please? Yeah, you're not being taken advantage of. You're not going to play the victim role. You're not going to let people bully you, coerce you, or manipulate you anymore. We have Milk and Honey, card 51. And it's interesting because it flipped out in reverse. So we are going to read the reversal. But when we reverse the numbers, right, 1, 5, 51, 15 is the devil. And I feel like you're liberating yourself from the devil here, or something that was gossipy or toxic, okay? 51, some of you may be 51 years old. You may be a life path number 6 or in a personal year 6. 6 is also that Lovers. The taste of prosperity, opportunities born of authenticity, nurturing your abundance and trusting that your needs will be met, Scorpio. There is only one authentic you. This version of yourself is Spirit's emissary in the world. When you are in alignment with the truth that you are a unique expression of the divine, your ego can rest and your soul can illuminate your purpose. Now is the time when you're seeking your true north. When you find this direction, you automatically step into prosperity and the world brings you evidence of abundance. Miracles are a choice and a way of seeing the world. And I want to share this with you because this has been coming up a lot. I think it was last weekend's collective reading, A Course in Miracles is the title. That message came up where the Course in Miracles defines a miracle as a change in perspective, as miracles being our everyday birthright, right? It's not something that is reserved for special occasions. And that's what I see here for you. Miracles are a choice and a way of seeing the world. With every choice you make right now, there's that Lover's card, you have the potential to seize good fortune and embrace your destiny. Opportunities will lead you to your best life now. Be open to them, right? Be open. That's why we have the Tower here. Because when we are not open, when we are resisting, right? Because we can resist the changes, but it's going to keep us in that setback or in denial. And we don't want to be there. And that's why you're coming in with Alice Cooper so strong, right? And I feel like you're getting a sweet taste of what you want. Now, because I also seen this upside down and I was getting 1-5 right away, it jumped out. That's the first thing I seen. And 15 is the devil. I don't want you to fall into that devil trap. And it could be a nameless unease compels you to turn to pleasure and comfort as a means to escape what's really going on. That keeps us in denial, Scorpio. It works in the moment, but only fleetingly before the feelings return and we need to re-up until we're exhausted, feeling worse than before. You may continue struggling or you may see the light and choose to surrender to Spirit. Now is the time for practicing extreme self-care. If you can, do so before you engage in behaviors that you'll regret later. You are so loved. I see that with the Lovers here. You are so loved. You are so cared for. Feel love and compassion for yourself. Turn your troubles over to the divine for healing. That's all that counts right now. Whew, this is a powerful reading. And you're probably thinking, Mel, how does this have to do with my career? It has everything to do with your abundance and your prosperity and your income. And if you're struggling finding that, you may want to go back and re-listen to this reading, okay? If this is resonating so far a bit, but you still have some pieces that you're putting together, save this. Save this in your watch later and come back to this. Let's get a message here too from your spirit animals. Scorpio, if you can safely do so, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from the solar plexus chakra, the belly area. Nice big inhale. Hold it as long as you can. And release through the mouth with a nice big sigh. And with your eyes still closed, tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. This could be an animal that flies high in the sky. It could be an animal that swims deep in the sea. Your animal could be large or small, wild or domesticated. mystical or magical. Could be a pet that's crossed over the rainbow bridge, or one that you currently have at home as your companion animal. Or maybe even an animal that's recently crossed your path in the great outdoors or visited through your dreams. There is no right or wrong answer, Scorpio. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. For those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your animals in the comment section below, and I personally will enter you into that free reading giveaway where I draw one winner around the first of the month. So please make sure you've hit that subscribe and notification button so you don't miss when that shows up. So I had to pull from the bottom of the deck because my animal was a coyote or a dog, a small animal. Immediately I thought coyote, but I did see that at the bottom of the deck here. So it says trust in divine detours, and we talk all about that detour here. So trust in divine detours, card 16, which is the Tower. So that is something I was seeing in my mind's eye. Some of you could be born on the 16th. You could be 46 years old, 56 years old, born on the 22nd or the 28th. You have peacock spirit. Let it shine. Look what's highlighted here on the peacock card. Her heart chakra. Your heart is wanting to expand here. Your heart is wanting to open up to a new path, a higher spiritual journey. And I feel like peacock spirit is saying, don't hold that light back, right? You're meant to shine. Next, you have spider spirit. Make your dreams real. Make your dreams a reality. Execute some of those plans that you have. You can do so. You have the Emperor. The Emperor takes action. The Emperor does not sit there wafering into the dream realm, right? He takes those dreams and he turns them into something. Next, you have frog spirit. Clear out the clutter, the mental clutter in the head. Practice through mindfulness, journaling, meditation, talk therapy, singing, dancing, whatever it is that you need to do, drop out of the head into the body. For others of you, this is clear out the clutter of some physical stuff, maybe cleaning out the car or the truck, right? Cleaning out that old cupboard, maybe even cleaning out your underwear drawer, right? Clear out the clutter, Scorpio. And lastly, oh, I'm loving this, Dragonfly. And Libra also received this card. Dragonfly says, truth transcends illusion. We're pushing through some sort of illusion, some sort of mask, okay? This is about truths coming out and illusions being shattered. And when the illusion of fear is shattered, we're able to see things from a new lens. And I feel like it's through that new lens that you're able to really move forward in your life. All right, last but not least, let's get some soul work, aka homework for Scorpio. What can Scorpio do at this time, Spirit, to really help them on their soul's path when it comes to abundance, career, money? Do you surround yourself with people who lift you up? Remember that saying, you are the top 5 people that you hang around with? I one time read, if you are the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. And I believe that to be true. Now, again, it's not about being better than or anything of that nature. It's not about the ego, but it's about growth. It's about learning. So for those of you I see with this gossipy, lower vibe energy, some of you are the most intelligent in the room, or you have raised your vibration where it's time to connect with new people, okay? The people with whom we surround ourselves determine who we become. Does your tribe fill you up? Do they inspire you? Do they believe in you? Do they help you step into your greatest potential? I just heard someone say, What if I don't have a tribe? What if I don't have anyone? You're calling them in, Scorpio. You're calling them in. And I also feel like it's important, just as important for you to take action, right? Take one step toward the gods. They take 10 steps towards you. Sign up for that workshop. Spark up a conversation. Go to that event. Say yes to that invitation. Meet people who are also like-minded, whether it be through an online community, whether it be through some physical event. It's important for you to be with your people. Do they believe in you? Do they help you step into that greatest potential? And it's also about what you listen to, the books that you read, the media that you watch, the things that you listen to, podcasts or audiobooks as well, and as well as the people that you are listening to each and every day. Make a desire list of the type of people with whom you wish to surround yourself and clarify if there is anyone in your life that no longer serves you. Can you love them from a distance? And then lastly, we have, am I willing? You are on the edge of something great. Can you feel it? Yes, there is risk. Yes, there is uncertainty. Yes, there are imperfections ahead. Failure is certain and vulnerability is a requirement. You must be brave and trust yourself more than ever before. We said that, those same words. You have to trust your intuition more than you ever have because you will reach the dream, but you must stretch yourself into a whole new level of belief and willingness in order to move forward, Chariot, with courage. The Emperor. Today's soul action, be brave, follow your heart's compass, lift the lid on your own dreams. Today's mantra, it's possible. It's possible. The heart is the lovers. Lifting the lid talks about that 8 of Swords, right? We talk about that bird in a cage. There's something here that is being lifted from you. What is it? It's the illusion. It's the illusion of a reality. You may have been telling yourself the same story, that you're trapped, that you're stuck, that you don't have what it takes, that you're not good enough, whatever story, excuses, or beliefs that we tend to hold on to. No more Mr. Nice Guy coming in here cleaning house, right, Scorpio? And again, it doesn't mean that you're not being nice, but the energy that comes from that is, okay, when we get sick and tired of being sick and tired, that's when we make change. That's when we do something about it. And for some of you, that's what it takes, right? So trust in divine detours. That was the first animal that came up in my mind's eye. And I feel like you are asked to trust because there's a detour here coming in for you. Or maybe you've been on that detour, but you're coming back here, back to yourself, back to your true self. And that's that spiritual quest that you're on. Trust the path ahead. It's leading you towards something more abundant and more profound. That is what I have for you, Scorpio. I hope this resonates and hope it helps. If so, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, hit that bell, and drop your power animals in the comment section below to be entered into that giveaway. Thank you again for being here, Scorpio. Lots of love.